The doctors said she would live to an old age, and 2 weeks later she just dropped dead.
I hadn't had a ton of luck with women in church. At the time, it just felt like I just took it as being hard on myself, and it became like a self-esteem thing. So when I went on Salt and I was getting matches every 5 seconds, I was like, wait a minute, maybe I am dateable. It's just I've been looking in the wrong places.
Sometimes there's a lot of pressure in real life in the church when you might go on a date with a guy and suddenly everyone expects you to get married.
There's like a whole series of times in my life where I wanted to be in a relationship so much that I had to compromise on my values and my faith just so I could have a relationship.
My approach to a Christian relationship was very different from how I had approached relationships before, which frankly was pretty messy.
I was there single at 28, 30, 31. I was just like, well, everybody else can find someone, I'm not going to.
I think one of the only places that you'll find Christians that are your own age are at church or like at your youth group, but you don't want that to be your main focus. You don't want to go to youth group because I'm looking for a nice Christian boy. You want to go to youth group to worship and to pray and to read the Bible.
Everyone met the perfect Christian partner, dated for a few years, got married, had kids. That's what everyone did who was a Christian. So you grew up thinking that was going to happen to you.
My conscience, which usually on the other apps would say, you should not be here, that's gone when I'm on Salt because of the fact that it's centered around God.
It reminded me a lot of apps that they use in the non-Christian world. Because I see those apps before and I always thought, I wish they had like a Christian version of this. And then I found Salt and it was exactly what I was looking for. I think having a dedicated Christian app that's easy to use is incredibly liberating.
I mean, I found the whole thing was very easy.
So when I started using Salt, what I noticed right away is that I can tell that people were more interested in actually like pursuing something on Salt as opposed to like if you go on some of these other dating apps.
And they're very thought out questions and kind of sections. You can go through and really get to know someone, whether it's about their spirituality and their journey with God, or whether it's just some fun facts about them as a person.
Although that a lot of the dating apps are free, there is a large push to get you to pay. They kind of make it seem in this false friendly way. Oh yeah, if you pay, then all of these people will like you. Salt isn't really like that.
I also really like the fact that Salt is made by Christians for Christians, and so they kind of empathize and can understand what some of the most difficult parts of dating and relationships are for Christians.
Without it, we wouldn't have met.
On other dating apps, it's just purely based on look. The most important thing is our faith, and that's what we've got in common on Salt.
The fact that it's free just made it that much more accessible.
And Salt has just made an amazing platform for single Christians who are serious about their faith to actually interact with each other and to develop those relationships. And I think that's just incredible.
This is the 21st century, but God can use real world, and he can use this platform as much as anybody else.
I'm able to meet people that are like me and have the same moral compass that I do.
I really love that Salt is so much more than just a dating app. It also has things like the YouTube channel and the Instagram, and I just like that I have that handy to me to kind of grow in my spiritual journey.
Salt allows you to know that you're going to be treated with respect, and the message that you get are going to be honest and nice.
You make the best decisions when you have a smaller amount of options, and I think using Salt has really narrowed down the people who I actually would want to be in a relationship with, and those are the girls that are striving to be in a relationship with Christ.
One of my favourite sort of sayings is all in God's time, and God doesn't work to our timescale. God does have a plan for everyone, and when God's plan comes about, it's the best thing ever.
I said to Graham actually the other day, 3 years ago, would you have ever imagined having 2 dogs and a wife? And there was a silence.